I have played Minecraft for years now, and there are some things that I can't wrap my head around why Mojang hasn't fixed or changed. Starting off my rant with how the helmet items look. If you zoom in, you can see that only the netherite helmet has this small middle part above the nose. All the other ones have it missing, and you might think that it makes sense, since the netherite armor looks different when worn. You are right, but all the other helmet types still have the middle part when worn, so why doesn't it show up in the inventory? I guess we will never find that out. Now let's talk about eating, and to be more exact, eating the stews. Do you notice something odd? Well, take a look at the particles. They are not only the stew particles, but also the wooden bowl particles. It feels like I am eating the whole bowl instead of only the stew inside. A pretty minor bug, but I hope it gets fixed soon, cause I don't wanna eat so many of these bowls. Next on our list are the tubers. Sand, rail, carpet, string and so on. There are so many items that can be effortlessly duped. Almost as effortlessly as you can host your own Minecraft server on our new hosting platform Wise Hosting. Go check it out. Anyway, I can't quite understand why Mojang hasn't fixed any of these in a long time. And I mean, yes, we can just not use the dupers. But do you know how tempting it is to save tens of hours from collecting sand and instead just putting up the gravity block duper and having basically infinite amount of blocks? We are guilty of doing this as well. We also have this age-old bug where you can use the ender pearls to glitch through the transparent blocks. Just find yourself a glass wall and go right up to it. Now throw an ender pearl in this bottom corner and walk just through, easy as that. And the same trick can be used for locked doors in the servers, and it's been well known in the game for a very long time. Have you ever taken a closer look at the iron golem? Well, if so, you might have noticed that he is covered with vines and what seems like yellow flowers. That itself isn't very weird. But what is the fact that when the iron golem is killed, he drops a red flower instead of a yellow one, which would make a lot more sense. Automatic mining is only possible with mods or hacked clients. Or so you thought. There's actually been this one secret feature in the game for quite some time, which allows you to auto mine without using any third-party software. To use it, just hold down your right or left click, press F3 plus T and let go when you see the screen. Now the game is auto holding the button, but don't forget, since this can cause a lot of trouble when insta mining some blocks. This next one is a pretty small one. Let's see if you can spot it. If you pay close attention, you can see that the bucket of pufferfish is 1 pixel lower than the rest of the bucket items. Once you see it, you can never unsee it. Mojang, please fix. Another glitch that hasn't been fixed for ages is being able to break the bedrock. I mean, it's convenient to travel between the nether roof and the nether itself, but since Mojang has fixed it in previous versions many times, it definitely isn't meant to be a part of the game. My next pet peeve has to do with Mojang adding new pointless mobs and features instead of fixing the bugs from previous versions. And I'm definitely not the only one who thinks so, because there has been countless Reddit and forum threads about this issue. I'm not saying that they should stop adding new features, but it would be nice to see some more quality of life updates that focus on making the overall game experience better. But hey, fixing bugs definitely doesn't bring that much hype as adding new mobs every update, so it is what it is. Now let's hop into the nether, where another pretty annoying bug is taking place, and it's the sea under the lava bug. There have been many versions of this in the past that have been fixed, but people somehow always find a new and better way to do it. And the current one uses a lantern. Just place it above the lava like this, use a block to make the lava below it flowing, and boom! You can see through the lava. You might be able to find some ancient debris with this, but other than that, it's pretty useless. We all know how the XP bottle looks like, but what if I told you that it doesn't really make sense? Let me explain. XP bottles can only be thrown on the ground like splash potions. But tell me, why do they look like the regular bottles then? Wouldn't it make more sense when they look like the splash potions instead of the regular ones? Or that's at least what I think. The next one is super old annoying bug with powered rails. When powering rails with redstone or torches, they often just don't update or power. You have to break the rail and place it again for it to work. Same thing happens when removing the blocks that power the rails. It often just doesn't unpower them. Super annoying, especially when building long railways. Next, the copper. I was super excited when I heard that we'll be getting a new ore, and it seemed pretty awesome. But looking at it now, it's a bit disappointing. You can literally only craft 2 items using the copper ore. I was hoping for something just a bit more. And yes, the way copper can change color over time is cool, but just adding different color blocks seems like a pretty low effort way of updating the game. Talking about the updates, the end has been the same ever since the shulkers got added. And looking at how the nether and the overworld both have gotten some big updates, it feels like the end deserves one too. And I get it, that is probably supposed to be like an unpopulated wasteland, but maybe at least some new structures or update to the stronghold would be pretty interesting. Talking about the stronghold, there's been this one bug here that has annoyed me for the longest time. And that is the iron bars Z-fighting when attached to a block. It's best seen here in the portal room. Always when I'm making clips for the YouTube videos, the iron bars keep on flickering and glitching out. And even using them in different builds, it always kind of ruins the overall look. So I hope it gets fixed soon. Let's take a look at the tools now. You might not notice on the first glance, but there are actually a lot of gaps between the 3D models of the tools. It seems to be pretty easily fixable, but it has been in the game for way too long. And ever since I noticed it, I can't unsee it. The worst ones are probably the sword and the pickaxe. The X-ray bug is another long-going bug. Though they fixed the composter method, the slab method is still perfectly working. Just use a piston to push the slab into yourself and boom, you can see the caves under you. But they probably will fix it in a future version. Another trick you can use to see through the blocks is to set your field of view super high. Hug the wall and just turn a bit. As you can see, you kinda see what's on the other side. A cool trick, but pretty useless. And now let's talk about the bedrock version. Ha, just kidding, I don't want to make this video 2 hours long. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.